Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Chelsea news video. First things first, guys, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. And as always, make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments below. And in today's video, people, we're going to be talking about that man, Marc Guehi, the Crystal Palace captain, because Chelsea are set to make a fresh approach for the 24-year-old. This news coming from The Guardian this morning, Sunday morning, in the UK. Chelsea are thought to be considering an attempt to bring Marc Guehi back to Stamford Bridge. Now, regular viewers of the channel will know my thoughts on Guehi, will know that I'm a big fan of Marc Guehi. Obviously, we sold him back in 2021 for £18 million to Crystal Palace. He only made a couple of appearances, I think, for the first team under Frank Lampard, and he's gone from strength to strength at Palace. He's established himself as an England international. He is arguably England's best centre-back right now, captains Crystal Palace to the FA Cup this season. And in terms of what Chelsea are looking for in a centre-back, for the price that he's going to cost, he's got a year left on his contract. We've got a sell-on clause as well. I think you could do something for around 45, 50 million pounds for Marc Guehi. And at 24 years of age, with his experience that he's already got, with his leadership qualities and how much better he can potentially get, I don't really look at there being much better centre-backs on the market for that price and tick the boxes that we most desperately need. Now, The Guardian states that, obviously, as we know, he's got 12 months left on his contract. Newcastle had 4 bids rejected for him last year, as we know. And Tottenham made a bid worth up to 70 million in January. There's been links with Liverpool as well. But Chelsea are thought to be considering an attempt to bring Guehi back to Stamford Bridge. And there have been some reports saying that he could run his contract down at Selhurst Park and leave on a free in 2026. But again, I don't think Crystal Palace can afford to turn down that sort of money and just let Marc Guehi leave on a free. I think it's pretty clear that he's not going to sign a new contract, and this would be a very, very good opportunity in the market for Chelsea. Now, as we know, guys, we had identified Dean Huijsen as the main defensive target. He obviously opted to join Real Madrid instead. It happens, no big deal, totally expected. But in terms of the other names that we've been linked with, you know, the likes of Jared Branthwaite, Jarell Hato, I look at Guehi and think, with what Chelsea need, what are we missing at the back? We're missing leadership and experience. And I know there's going to be a lot of hype merchants who are watching, oh, he's not tall enough, he's not this, he's not that. Well, Tosin's fucking, what, 6'5", and he's shit in the air. So I'm not buying this height issue. You know, you don't need to be tall to be good in the air, just like you don't need to be fast to be a good defender. As long as you can read the game well, that is the most important thing. The likes of Thiago Silva, John Terry, never blessed with pace in their game, but because they could read the game so well, they were brilliant defenders. And, you know, you don't need to be tall to be good in the air. You know, as I referenced with that Tosin example, yeah, okay, Guehi might not be the tallest, but Jesus Christ, he's not short. You know, he's what, just under 6 foot or about 6 foot. He's not small. You know, he's a proven Premier League player, an England international. He's got those leadership qualities that we so desperately need. And he knows the club inside out, people. He knows the club inside out, having come through the ranks. And he is a big improvement on what we've already got. You know, if you throw a Marc Guehi into the mix, if you have a Guehi-Colwell partnership, a Guehi-Fofana, or you've still got Trevor Chalobah at the club, Marc Guehi can go in and be that leader at the back, lead that back line, someone for those younger guys to learn from. They can pick a lot up from him. And the best thing about it as well is he's equally comfortable in a back 3 or a back 4, which does make him perfect for the Enzo Maresca system. I literally don't see any downsides to Chelsea making a move for Marc Guehi. I mean, where are the downsides? Please let me know in the comments. Where are the downsides to moving for Marc Guehi? You know, the reasons that I've given, you know, for the price he's going to be, for his Premier League experience, for his leadership qualities, for how he would suit the system. Like, what centre-back that is available is actually better than Marc Guehi and ticks more boxes for Chelsea than what Marc Guehi does? I honestly think we'd be absolutely mad to not make this move for him and not go for him. Yes, I know Newcastle are going to be interested. Yes, I know there's going to be other teams sniffing around. But the fact we can now offer the Champions League football, the fact that he probably wouldn't have to move house, the fact that he knows the club inside out, the fact that the club probably still holds a place close in his heart, that's got to put us in a seriously strong position. I do believe that if we don't do this or we let someone else get him, then we are fumbling a signing here who could make a massive difference to us. I mean, you look at the other targets, Jarrad Branthwaite, for example. I know on the live shows, people in the chats thinking that Jarrad Branthwaite's better than Marc Guehi, but I don't see it. Could Branthwaite be better than Guehi? Sure, he could have the potential to be better than Marc Guehi, but right now, Jarrad Branthwaite is not better than Marc Guehi, in my opinion. You know, he didn't even get called up to the England squad under Thomas Tuchel, that first England squad. You know, there's potential there, but for the price that Branthwaite is going to cost, he's going to cost you a lot more than Marc Guehi would. And does he really tick the boxes that Chelsea need? That's why, you know, despite Dean Howson's quality, I wasn't that pro that signing if he was going to be the only centre-back, because he doesn't tick the boxes that we're looking for. You know, we need a leader at the back. Marc Guehi brings that. He brings Premier League experience. He brings experience as well. And people are going to say, oh, yeah, but experience is not everything. No, it's not. Quality is just as important, but you've got to have the right blend of youth and experience. And right now, we do not have that right blend of youth and experience. All it is youth at the back. Where is your experience at centre-back? Yes, Cucurella has got experience at left-back. So has Reece James. But in terms of your experience in the middle, Colwell, Fofana, Badiashile, etc., all young centre-backs. Yes, okay, Tosin brings a bit of experience, but he's not a starter. Where's your leader? You know? And Marc Guehi would be that. And despite what a lot of people think, he would be a starting level centre-back for Chelsea. No questions asked. No questions asked whatsoever. He goes straight into that starting lineup. And I think Enzo Maresca would be a fan. I think he ticks a number of boxes. And this would be a very smart signing to make. And Chelsea, you know, looking at opportunities in the market. And this is a massive opportunity in the market to get a top player for a fraction of the price. You know, I just don't get it. I just do not get why A, people don't view him as a good signing, and why B, people just don't think he's that good. Is it because he's English? Is it because he plays for Crystal Palace? I mean, what is it? I mean, if he was French, for example, and he was like Marc whatever, Marc Guehi, something like that. Yeah, it is French, and he was Marc Guehi. Be like, everyone would be all over it. Like, it seems to be in fashion for some reason to dislike English players, or to dislike players that come from smaller clubs. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it whatsoever. So yeah, this would be smart from Chelsea. I think we need to crack on with this and try and get a deal wrapped up as quickly as possible. Yes, now that 10-day window to get players in for the Club World Cup is now open. That runs from June 1st to June 10th. Liam Delap's through the door. Let's wait and see if we do any other signings in these next 10 days so that they can be available for this tournament. Exciting times coming up. I'd love Chelsea to make a move for Marc Guehi in the next 10 days. Who knows what's going to happen, but there is a really good opportunity there for the club, and one that, in my opinion, we absolutely must be taking. But that's just my thoughts on it, chat. Chelsea considering an approach for Marc Guehi. Just get it done, guys. Get it done. Don't let another one get away. We went to Crystal Palace for Michael Olise, and we fumbled that. Don't allow us to fumble another signing from Crystal Palace. Bring Marc Guehi home. Bring him back to Stamford Bridge. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments on whether a move for Guehi is good, whether you agree or disagree with anything I've said. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Road to 20k. Up the Chelsea. And I'll catch you again in another video soon. Peace.